The Dream of Pedro Linares, Birth of the Alebrijes.
Have you ever had a dream so vivid, so real, that it changed your life forever? Today, we were journeying back to 1930s Mexico City to meet a man whose fever dream gave birth to one of the world's most enchanting art forms. This is the story of Pedro Linares and the magical creatures known as Alebrijes. In the heart of Mexico City, amidst the lively chaos of street markets and the joyful sounds of mariachi bands, lived a gifted artisan named Pedro Linares. Pedro was a master of papier-mâché, his skilled hands turning simple paper and paste into beautiful creations. He and his sister Doña Lupita were a team. He created the art, and she helped him sell it at their market stall. They shared a close bond, and she was his biggest supporter. One year, however, a serious illness swept through their community. Pedro fell gravely ill, his body consumed by a raging fever. His family was terrified they might lose him. Desperate, Doña Lupita called for Don Emilio, the respected village healer. Don Emilio tried every remedy he knew, but Pedro's condition worsened and he eventually slipped into a deep, death-like unconsciousness. But while his body lay still, Pedro's spirit awakened in a world beyond imagination. He found himself in a forest where the sky shimmered with colors he'd never seen. Cacti grew to impossible heights and rivers flowed with pure, glowing light. It was a place both strange and beautiful. And then, he heard a sound, a chorus of voices chanting a single, unfamiliar word over and over again. Alebrijes! Alebrijes! As he looked around, fantastic creatures began to emerge from behind glowing trees and brightly painted rocks. He saw a donkey with magnificent butterfly wings, a lizard with the ferocious head of a jaguar, and a rooster sporting the horns of a bull. They were bizarre, a wild mashup of different animals, but their colors were dazzling and strangely they weren't frightening. In fact, they seemed to be smiling at him. At first, Pedro was overcome with fear. These creatures were unlike anything from the waking world. But they danced around him playfully, guiding him deeper into the dreamscape. Their voices, chanting Alebrijes, seemed to echo with a strange, friendly energy. With every step he took alongside them, he felt the heavy grip of his fever loosening. A warmth spread through him, a feeling of life returning. He realized these creatures weren't a nightmare. They were guides, leading him back from the brink. With a sudden, sharp gasp, Pedro's eyes flew open. He was back in his bed. Doña Lupita, seeing him awake, began to weep with overwhelming joy. Don Emilio offered a prayer of thanks, but Pedro was already somewhere else. His mind was still filled with the vibrant, impossible creatures from his dream. He remembered every detail, every scale, every feather, every impossible combination of features. Though still weak, he felt an urgent, undeniable need to create. He reached for his familiar tools, wire, paper, and paste. With trembling but determined hands, he began to sculpt. He molded the donkey with butterfly wings. He shaped the rooster with bull horns. He brought the lion-lizard-jaguar to life. Then he painted them with the same dazzling electric colors he had witnessed in his vision. When he finally brought his new creations to the market, the townspeople gathered around his stall, their eyes wide with disbelief and wonder. They had never seen anything so strange, so fantastical. Some were confused, others were captivated. But Pedro simply smiled. He knew what they were. These, he explained, are the Alebrijes. They saved me. They brought me back. And just like that, from one man's brush with death and the extraordinary dream it inspired, a new, vibrant art form was born. Pedro Linares didn't just recover. He brought a piece of another world back with him, weaving it forever into the rich, colorful tapestry of Mexican culture and imagination. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing tales from around the world. We'll see you in the next video.